Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Khalil Bradley, Khalil Bradley, host of the Khalil the Sports Sportswear YouTube channel and Facebook page. And today I'm going to be talking about Honky Tonk. Just got breaking news. Honky Tonk Man is going to be inducted to the. It's the second inductee to the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame. I'll be talking about James Harden's 30-point win streak has collapsed, even though the Rockets they beat the Hawks. Mike Bibby being investigated. That's another breaking news topic right there. And the developing story surrounding Robert Kraft's scandal, that is. And even though well, and the details are pretty graphic, though, but the video hasn't been shown yet, and they may not be planning to release it anytime soon. The whole thing is not going public. The video is not going public yet. So I'm gonna get to that right now. But first things first, I'm gonna get on to the fact that breaking news earlier, as you all found out earlier today, Honky Tonk Man is a second inductee into the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame. So breaking news, everybody. Honky Tonk Man will will be inducted, will be the second inducted to the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame the night before WrestleMania 35, live exclusively on the WWE Network, which is free for new subscribers. So ladies and gents, if you're not signed up right now, do so right now. So congrats to you, Honky Tonk Man, being inducted to the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame, and what a huge honor that is. I simply it's incredible honor, and I just look forward to seeing what who's gonna induct you. And you changed a lot of memories, and you made a lot of memories, but classic matches. But you've been an inspiration to everybody out there. You're almost like Elvis Presley. That has been you entertained everybody. Honky Tonk, but congrats, Honky Tonk Man, being inducted to the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame. That makes you the second inductee, by the way. So it's pretty good right there. Now I want to move on to another topic, that is James Harden's 30-point win streak has just collapsed, and even though the Rockets they did beat the Hawks, I simply did enjoy it a lot though. So I just hope for once that James Harden scores more 30 points, and that James Harden he's been a massive win streak. I could tell you that right now. He does not disappoint. He's unstoppable, but can anyone stop him? No, nobody can. So James Harden he's an NBA champion, but he's doing a lot to get where he's at right now. And it can't be stopped. It can't be stopped whatsoever. Can anyone stop him? No. Nobody can, because, there you have it. James Harden can't be stopped. It can't be stopped. Like, really, it can't be stopped whatsoever. Whatsoever? Nobody can. Nobody can, by the way. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. All right. That's pretty good. So James Harden, he's on the NBA champion. You pasting me a picture, but James Harden, his 3-point win streak collapses. Are you kidding me right now? Look. Okay. All right. Enough of that. All right, James Harden, massive scoring. I'm okay. I'm good. Massive scoring. Massive scoring terror. He's done a lot of damage, but he's gonna be still number champion. I will have to see. I'll have like this the Warriors lose. But Warriors are terrible. Draymond Green just sort of faked an injury, by the way. And you guys have not seen it, you can do so. This last week, Draymond Green just got a little bit of an ankle injury, ankle sprain, but he doesn't show up anymore. He's just terrible. So there you have it, everybody. That's all you gotta know for once. And James Harden, he still got it. He's a former MVP. But I'll tell you this right now: that James Harden's a two-time MVP. That James Harden will one day be a two-time MVP. So that's all you gotta know, folks. So you can vote right now to see who should be NBA MVP. So that's all you got to know, ladies and gentlemen. For now, James Harden just his win streak collapsed last night to the hands of the Hawks. Even though the Rockets they beat the Hawks though, so congrats on that. So James Harden, the Rockets, they still got it though. They got a playoff run ahead of them. They'll make it. They'll go all the way. Even though James Harden's been in a massive scoring tear, he's done a lot to get where he's at. But I can tell you that James Harden's gonna be an NBA champ one day. Even though he's never won an NBA title in his life, but I would be laughing at the Warriors. They lose to the Rockets in the NBA Finals, and it's gonna be in the Western Conference Finals. I will laugh that happened so bad. That's what I would. I'd be laughing at for sure. So I'll tell you that it's gonna be pretty good. So keep doing what you do, James Harden. Keep doing what you do. Now, I'm gonna move on to another topic that I want to address. Is as you may have found out earlier today, just got breaking news. I just found out earlier today that former NBA player of the Kings and the Hawks, that is, who happens to be the Mountain High School basketball coach, that is, who's relieved of his duties, and also the fact that that is Mike, and he's also one of the players of the Big Three basketball. That would be former NBA player Mike Bibby. He has been accused of sexual assault and harassment by a female high school teacher, that is, in Arizona, that is. Now, the incident happened back in February 2017, that is, and the female high school teacher has, you know, decided to place a restraining order on Mike Bibby, that is, by the way. And Mike Bibby, he has been released as a Shadow Mountain High School basketball coach. The female teacher, that is Paradise Valley for sure, she simply claims that Mike Bibby rubbed his genitals against her back in February 2017. Bibby grabs her waist and pulls her into his ride or school on school property, grinding on her, grinding in her against her will, and basically the unknown high, unknown female teacher, that is, filed a restraining order on Mike Bibby. So again, ladies and gents, and Mike Bibby, that is, he has been released as the Shadow Mountain High School basketball coach, that is. And quite frankly, to be honest, whoever the female high school teacher was, that is, did file a restraining order against Mike Bibby. He was accused of sexual assault and harassment towards her, that is. So basically, I can tell you this right now. Now was the NBA is now aware of it for sure. I can tell you that. ESPN was aware of it. TMZ Sports, you can check that out. Check out the full story. And basically, you know, Mike Bib, this female high school teacher would indeed have to. She would hardly want justice against Mike Bibby, and it's really no secret. Mike Bibby, and basically his attorney or his lawyer, that is denying these allegations, that is, and so quite frankly, Sylvie says that Mike Bibby didn't have anything to do with sexual assault or harassment towards the female high school teacher who is accusing Mike Bibby of this for sure. And it just seems obvious that he's played 14 years in the NBA, he's a career end and the fact that Mike Bibby is in this kind of situation right now where he's being accused of sexual harassment and assault towards a female high school teacher, which was in Phoenix, Arizona, that is. Well, he has been released as Shadow High School basketball coach, and he's not eligible to be back. That is so. I mean, come on. There has a Corey Maggette being accused of sexual assault towards at Duke, that is, and then Virginia Lieutenant Governor, that is, Justin Fairfax, accused of it. That was back at Duke. So this doesn't sit well with anybody. It doesn't sit well with any woman, though. So I'll tell you that right now. They should not be. No woman should not be dealt with in this particular suit ahead of them. And that this female, whoever this female teacher was, wants justice against Mike Bibby, that is. And above all else, even though Mike Bibby is denies allegations, even though the female teacher, whoever it was Mike Bibby, and she hardly wants to press charges against him, even though she did file a restraining order on Mike Bibby, that is. Now this was back in 2017, which is 2 years ago. I'll tell you that. And obviously, I think quite frankly, to be honest, Mike Bibby he was released as the Shadow Mountain High School basketball coach. He stayed there back in '96, coached there since '96. You know, basically, and he could be released from the Big Three basketball. And the fact is, his career is over. So there you have it, everybody. Mike Bibby was accused of sexual assault and harassment by a female high school teacher, claiming that he sexually assaulted her because of the fact that he rubbed his genitals against her back in 2017. That is, grabs her waist and pulls her into his ride on school property and grinding on her. Woman did file a restraining or whoever the unnamed woman was, but that's all you have to know, ladies and gents. So my baby's in trouble, and the developing storyline from this past Friday and this past and yesterday, that is, as you know, this concern developing story that's surrounding the Robert Kraft scandal. That is, as many of you know, the graphic details have emerged, and I did mention this yesterday. That is, and even though the video sort of didn't show there, but you can see the whole video for yourself. But I'm gonna address it to you right now. That is how this all went down. So Robert Kraft, as you all know, he was now he was now charged with a first degree solicitation of soliciting a prostitute on two different occasions. Now this happened. Now he made two visits there, two visits. Now this happened before. This happened last month, before last month's AFC Title game. That is, it was on the day before the AFC Title game, when before the Patriots beat the Chiefs. That is. Now this first occurred, January 19th. The first incident occurred January 19th. The second one occurred on the 20th. That is, last month. And so basically, an Asian employee, that is. So basically, what happens is this happened in the morning of before the AFC Title game, and an employee, and basically he takes an airport from Bedford, Massachusetts to Jupiter, Florida, where the incident happened, at the Orchids of Asia day spa. That is. So basically, Robert Kraft gets dropped off by a chauffeur, and a female Asian employee escorts Kraft to a room identified as JPPD Cam 2. Two of them hugged each other. Kraft took off, went nude, laid face up on the massage table, hugged him again, and this basically he was paid for oral and anal sex. That is, hugged him again. 11:02 hours. The Chinese, or the Asian woman now, began manipulating Kraft's testicles and his penis. That is, puts her head down, or genitals, puts her head down by his crotch, lasting for minutes. That is, the female employee, the Chinese or Asian female employee, that is, wiped Kraft in the area of the genitals with a white towel. That is, helps him get dressed, and hugs him again Robert Kraft, that is, gave the Chinese or the Asian female employee $100 bill and an unidentified bill, that is. Kraft was at the Orchids of Asia day spa for a total of 14 minutes on January again and left waiting for the 2015 Bentley, that is. Kraft wore a dark long sleeve shirt, a blue baseball cap, and blue shorts, that is. The two women that were behind that were behind two women that were arrested, and the who including the owner, that is, by name of Hua Zhang, that is. She was the one that ran the prostitution, the sex trafficking prostitution probe, that is. She was accused and arrested of running the sex trafficking probe, that is, and also accused of importing women, mostly from China, from all the other foreign countries, that is, forcing them to work as like spas, as like sex slaves at numerous spa places. Now this was going on China to New York and then to Florida, that is, Palm Beach, Orlando, then Jupiter, Florida, that is, serving as sex slaves at numerous sex places in Florida. Kraft did pay for a threesome, receiving oral anal sex. Paid for a threesome, and two Chinese or Asian female employees took turns manipulating his genitals. That is, now the women who were at these spas in Florida, that is, they weren't able to get any transportation. They were had to cook their own meals, go from location to location, and basically had to work night shifts with no days off. That is. Now Robert Kraft back in 2015, you know, he gave money back in 2015 to a sex trafficking organization. There was 2 million assets. Now the health inspectors, they found napkins with semen, ripped up Lindor, that is, credit card receipts, and obviously, that is too old anyone. Now the NFL made a statement that is saying that the personal conduct applies to everyone in the NFL, coaches, players, the staff, the refs, people on NFL Network, ESPN. They're going to handle this allegation the same way they handle any issue under this policy. They're seeking full understanding of the facts while ensuring that we don't interfere with an ongoing law enforcement investigation. We take legal and appropriate action as warranted based on the facts. Now, yesterday, that is, Tom Brady and Giselle were seen by Robert Kraft despite the prostitution probe as at an airport going from LA to Beantown, Boston, Massachusetts. Now, Tom Brady hugged him, flying with them on a private jet from LA to Beantown, Boston, Massachusetts. Robert Kraft and 24 other individuals, they were arrested. That is, now Robert Kraft, he has a low level arrest warrant awaiting him for sure. So basically, his court date is going to be April 24th at 8:30 a.m. If, however, he's convicted, he can face up to a year in prison, a 5K fine. He could be 6 months probation. He could also be doing 100 hours community service, and he has to attend a program that focuses on the dangers of sex trafficking and prostitution. That is, so basically, the Chinese or the Asian women were the victims that are forced to live at the spa, bad conditions, sleeping at the businesses, and cooking meals and back in the back areas. That is. So basically, I'm telling you right now, that now the NFL is doing. We're gonna make a statement that is Robert Kraft has. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Roger Goodell has a decision that he has to make though, and the NFL has an ultimatum they're gonna make. So basically, we need to ask ourselves, what is Robert Kraft? What is what fate awaits Robert Kraft? Did Robert Kraft have any knowledge of this? Was he aware of this? Does he recall this? Is he innocent? These are the kind of questions that we need to ask ourselves. And more importantly, exactly. And, you know, they do have now cops, they do have now Jupiter Police, however, they do have video footage, which is not now he was taped twice, but I'm telling you right now that the video that there are surveillance cameras like inside and outside of the Jupiter of the Orchids of Asia day spa that is. They planted cameras like inside and out surveillance cameras, undercover cameras, and basically he was taped twice. That is, they do Jupiter Police. They do have it on video, by the way, and obviously, it is not making it public yet. So Jupiter Police have said that they're not going to release the video anytime soon because because they say because it is pretty graphic and disturbing. That is, and obviously, I can tell you this right now. Robert Kraft could be losing ownership. That means that he could be facing a lifetime ban as Patriots owner. If they do so by any means necessary, his career is over. His career is over. I mean, they can fine and suspend him, but if they decide to ban him, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a massive low blow not just to the six-time Super Bowl champs, but to the entire NFL. And really, how's the NFLPA going to react to this? How's Roger Goodell going to feel about? How does Roger Goodell even feel about Robert Kraft? How does Tom Brady even feel about Robert Kraft? Was Tom Brady aware of it? Does Joe know anything about it? From a Patriots player, Martellus Bennett, he was devastated by that. And really, I know it's so disgusting, though. It's pathetic. Robert Kraft should have known better. And basically, these victims, I can tell you this: that these Asian or Chinese individuals, female female employees that were inside these spas were indeed sex slave. But there were 200 arrests. 24 individuals were arrested. Robert Kraft, that is, he has a warrant. He was not arrested, but there is still a low-level arrest warrant awaiting him. Now, the court date again is April 24th, 8:30 a.m. That is. Robert Kraft does not have to show up to court. I mean, he can turn himself in, but he does not have to show up to court. That is, his attorneys and lawyers can show up to court for him instead to represent him. That is, and make no mistake about it, though. It's the first degree misdemeanor. That is, which is first degree soliciting another to commit prostitution and soliciting a prostitute on two numerous occasions. Now he visited the organization day spot twice, and basically, Robert Kraft, ladies and gentlemen, would have no choice but to would have to sell his own team. He can be banned as Patriots owner. He would not be allowed to visit any Patriots games, home or away games, that is. And I'm sorry, and basically Tom Brady may not have been aware of it, nor he may not know anything about it, nor the fact that Belichick wasn't aware of it, Gronkinator, Julian Edelman, they weren't aware of it for sure. Now again, this happened back at last month's AFC Title game before the Patriots won the AFC Title game. That is, but Robert Kraft was there when the Patriots won, So basically, before January 18th, that is, he flew from Bedford to Jupiter, Florida when the incident occurred. Then he fly, then he, but he did get pulled, but he did get pulled over, showed his ID, that is. Then went back to and then January 19th, he flies all the way over there. Then January 20th, he flies from Palm Beach, Florida to Kansas City, that is, to see the Patriots win the AFC title against the Chiefs. That's how it happened. Because this sex trafficking prostitution probe has been going on for the past 8 months, and it took like months and months for this. Now they said Homeland Security, the IRS, Martin County Sheriff's Office. They said, IRS in there. They said Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, Palm Beach State Department's Office, Palm Beach State Attorneys. They said FBI, CSI, the CIA, the DEA, that is, SWAT team. They all got involved in there because this was a widespread sex trafficking probe, and 200 plus individuals were arrested. Robert Kraft's name did come up. He was among one of the 25 individuals who basically was arrested, but Robert Kraft does have a warrant for his arrest. He can turn himself in. He can show up to court April 24th, that is, if he wants to, or turn himself in or maybe not show up to court. Now, remember, he does not have to show up to court, that is, his attorneys and lawyers can show up for him as well. So really, we never know what fate awaits Robert Kraft. And I can tell you this, that Robert Kraft is going to be released. As Patriots on, he got the sales team to his son, and basically he could be banned from visiting Patriots games for the rest of their lives. That'll be a massive low blow, not to the six-time Super Bowl champs, but to the entire NFL. And we know he's worth 6.6 bill, that is, but Robert Kraft, shenanigans are going to be numbered. And this has been, cancer that a lot of women have had to deal with, that is. And I can tell you right now, I mean, this is a really big developing storyline, and no woman should not be dealt with in this particular manner. And really, whether this was young kiddos, whether this was Khalil fanatics, the ones I know in the past, they'd be in trouble. And this wouldn't sit well with anybody. And basically, this could really tarnish their own careers and legacy. So it's got to stop. It needs to dissolve. Sexual abuse, domestic assault, sexual battery. It needs to stop for sure. It has to stop. Even though R. Kelly, he should have been staying in prison. He should have stayed in prison for the rest of his life, even though basically, that is, he posted a bail, even though the judge posted a bail bond on him, he got released. Look, R. Kelly, he should have been staying in jail. He should have stayed in jail. Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. One of these things, he's going to be staying in jail. He's going to stay in jail. So, really, something's going to be done about it. Something's going to be done. Robert Kraft, I mean, if he's convicted, that is, faced up to a year in jail, or 60 days in jail, that is, a 5K fine or 1K fine, 100 hours community service, attend an educational program that focuses on the dangers of sex trafficking and prostitution. Robert Kraft's ownership career is in peril right now. And make no mistake about it, though, you don't want to be in this kind of situation, folks. And basically, Robert Kraft, he's denying his allegations, but basically, Robert Kraft, in my opinion, is going to leave the Patriots. Is going to be leaving as Patriots owner for good. He's going to be scarred for life. He may not know anything about it, though. He's going to look in the mirror and ask himself, what have I done? What did I do to deserve this? Those kind of questions we got to ask ourselves, He's got to ask himself that. And, he may not have any knowledge of it, but I could tell you, though, that Robert Kraft's future as Patriots owner is in peril right now, and it could be banned. And these accusers are the victims of this sex trafficking probe that is, they want justice against Robert Kraft and against those many, individuals, those 24 individuals and the 200 plus individuals that were arrested and charged at that time. So hopefully something's going to be done about that. And basically, I just hope that Roger Goodell in the NFL does the right thing by just releasing Robert Kraft for good. Because this just can't happen. This is absolutely unacceptable, and this is just something that people just can't, you can't get away with it. Though those were kiddos in this kind of situation, boys and girls, those are female adults. That is, your careers will be in peril. This could ruin you for good. So please, 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 don't try this at home, school, or anywhere. And please consider the following. That is, if you happen to know someone who's been through this, talk to anyone. Talk to a counselor, talk to anybody. So all you gotta know right there, that's all you have to know. For sure. So I hope Robert Kraft learns his lesson and gets what's coming to him. And basically I would definitely not put him in the Hall of Fame. I would not want to put him in the Pro Football Hall of Fame because basically that would not basically he's not gonna be some first ballot Hall of Famer. No, 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 no. He would not. He would just, I mean, he's ashamed of himself now, but I think it's safe to say that Robert Kraft could be losing ownership as we know it, and he may not be heading back for next season as the Patriots owner for the rest of his life. I'll tell you that. So, no, it's all coming though. And since this is a big, really big thing and developing storyline, I'll get a lot of details on this and many others. So that's all you gotta know, ladies and gents, for now. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for the Khalil the Hollywood Sports War YouTube channel and Facebook page. Please be sure you always subscribe to the Khalil the Hollywood Sports War YouTube channel and Facebook page. Send me your reactions, your comments, your tweets, your thoughts of Honky Tonk Man being the second inductee to the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame. Tell me your reactions, your responses, and your thoughts of James Harden's 30-point win streak collapsing last night against the Hawks, even though the Rockets, they beat the Hawks. Send me your comments, your reactions of Mike Bibby being accused of sexual assault and abuse by a female teacher, that is, back in 2017. Let me know what your reaction, your comments on that was. Tell me what you think, what action should be taken. Also, be sure to send me your comments, tweet your reactions of Robert Kraft, that is, what fate awaits him, despite the sex trafficking probe. Let me know if you think he should be Let me know if you think that he should be released as Patriots owner. Let me know about that. If you think he should be fined and suspended, let me know about that as well. I'll be more than happy to reply and address it, by the way. So let me know what your actual thoughts are. And tell me how you think it's all going to go down. So that's all you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. So the court date, April 24th at 8:30 a.m. Still warrant for his arrest. Details are graphic. Now cops, they don't intend, now Jupiter Police, they don't intend to release the video that's, but it has not been public yet though. But whenever it is, I would now the video of Robert Kraft, that is, twice. He was taped twice, that is, in this video. They're gonna show it. Jupiter Police, they tend to show it, that is, when the case is on trial. That's, I think on the April 24th court date, that is. So that's all you gotta know for once. If it's out there, this week, next week on the court date, I'll let you guys know for sure. And that's all you gotta know for once. So, ladies and gentlemen. Also, by the way, all one address is that Roman Reigns' leukemia is in remission, means that it is dissolved and that he has now back in WWE as we speak. Also want to address the fact that Batista, I was extremely shell shocked that Batista I was just erased everyone else. I'll tell you that. And Batista says, "Hey Hunter, do retention now." Hmm. That's what he said. So basically, back in SmackDown's 1,000 episode, that is, Batista said that he's never been in their face Triple H. That is. So basically, I think the reason why Batista came back and Italian birthday on Ric Flair's same birthday, that is, was the fact that he wanted to set up a match between Batista and Triple H. But how's Triple H going to respond next Monday night and Tuesday night on SmackDown? How's he going to feel about that? So all I got to know for once, let me know what your comments and reactions are. Be sure to send Nation Boy Ric Flair's your comments and your birthday wishes, shout outs down below if you want to. That is up to you guys. And, just hope something gets done about that. And basically tell me your results of, your reactions to Robert Kraft, that is, who's been charged once again with first degree solicitation of soliciting a prostitute on two different occasions. Listening. Let me know what repercussions that Robert Kraft's going to face. Let me know if you think that Robert Kraft's going to be banned as Patriots owner. And let me know if you think that Robert Kraft's going to be fined, suspended. And let me know if, I mean, I don't know if he's innocent, though. But if he's convicted, he could face a year in prison. Once again, a year in prison, 100 hours community service, 6 months probation. He may have to do 100 hours community service and also insist on getting into participate in an education program that focuses on the negative, on the damages, on the dangers of sex trafficking and prostitution. All I gotta know for once, so that's all you need to know for sure, ladies and gents. So let me know in your comments what your reaction, your thoughts are. What you think repercussions of the way Robert Kraft? I'll address and respond to that, by the way. That's all I can know. I'll back more live updates, breaking news, training topics, developing storylines, all covering the Khalil Sports World YouTube channel, Facebook page. All things sports related.